everyone, Kelly Mang, your Executive Director for BNI Maine. Today I want to talk a little bit about visitors and how we register visitors, both on the computer and on the app, and also why we register visitors. So I'm going to go ahead and start that opposite. Why do we register visitors? As soon as I invite someone and they decide that they want to check out this thing called BNI, I typically want to get them registered as fast as I can because I want to make sure they have all the information that they need. Some people like to do research prior to showing up to a meeting. Other people, not so much. But either way, getting them registered so they get a welcome email, some information about the meeting, and BNI can never hurt. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I register members. First, I'm going to go ahead and show you on the computer, and then I'm going to try really hard to show you on the app. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you will need to sign into BNI Connect. And when you get into BNI Connect, it's going to start on your home screen, which looks very similar to this. If you click on Chapter Shortcuts, and then register a prospective visitor, this screen will come up, and there's not too much information that is mandatory to fill out. The more you fill out, the more it does help your secretary treasurer and your vice president. But make sure you choose your chapter. What is the profession of the person that you're inviting? So let's say today I am inviting a business attorney. What date is that person coming? And this is pretty important because when they get that confirmation email, it's going to have that date in there. So I'm inviting somebody for the 18th. What is their first and last name? And again, you want to make sure you use the correct capitalization and the correct spelling because this information is on the email that they get. The next mandatory piece is the phone number. You can fill out their address information if you have it, but you don't have to. Their phone number, and make sure you use their phone number, not yours, because this is great information for the president and your leadership team to have so they can follow up later. Lastly, you're going to fill out their email address because that's the email address that BNI Connect is going to use to get a hold of them. Next, I want to show you on the app. We're going to try something a little new here with sharing my screen. So when you go to the app, it will open up again to a home screen, something similar to this. You want to click on Visitors and then register a visit for a visitor. When you get here, it's going to bring you through some very simple screens, all the same information. So again, your chapter name should be right in here. Their first and last name. Let's see. And then you'll hit Next. What language do they speak? Next. What's their telephone number? And what's their email address? And then lastly, their address information is there. Again, if you have it, fantastic. If you don't, that's okay. Visit date and profession. And then once you fill that out, it'll bring you right to that confirmation screen and you just hit register. These are two really easy ways to register your visitors to make sure that they're getting the information they need. And don't forget, you get credit for registering the visitor, for having the visitor at your meeting on the POMS report. Not that that's why we should be inviting, but it's always a perk. If you guys have any questions at all or have any problems with this, please reach out to your director or Niels or myself. We would love to help you out. But please remember that registering your visitors is really important. And we've gotten a lot of questions over the last 2 weeks from members about not quite knowing how to do this. So we wanted to do this weekly tip just to help out with a little bit of the technology side of how to actually register the visitor after you've done all the hard work of inviting the visitor. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. I hope my screen sharing wasn't too confusing, and have a great week. Happy networking.